targeted tariffs against China. This afternoon, President Trump is expected to announce up to $60 billion worth of tariffs on Chinese imports. U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer says the move aims to curb the theft on American technology.
Our view is that we have a very serious problem of losing our intellectual property, which is really the biggest single advantage of the American economy. We are losing that to China in ways that are not reflective of the underlying economics. The remedies, in my judgment at least, would be, one, doing something on the tariff front, and two, doing something on the investment front.
Joining me right now is the White House National Trade Council Director, Peter Navarro. Peter, it's good to see you this morning. Welcome.
Hey, good morning, Maria.
So the president's going to announce this today at noontime. Now, we know that in China there are restrictions in terms of investing in China. Does the president want to see a reciprocal situation here in terms of investing in U.S. companies?
No, I mean, the big picture here is that in December in the national security strategy, this government recognized for the first time that China is a strategic competitor engaged in economic aggression against the U.S. And some of the worst kinds of aggression, as Ambassador Lighthizer said in that clip, is how they basically force American companies to transfer their technology in exchange for market access, even as they're stealing our intellectual property through things like cyber theft and traditional espionage. So what the president wants to do is to have the Chinese stop doing that stuff. And what we're going to see today in the Oval or the Roosevelt Room is a package, as Ambassador Lighthizer indicated, that will likely contain tariffs, which are designed basically as a compensatory mechanism to basically get back the damages that China is causing to our economy, and investment restrictions basically to prevent the Chinese, as a matter of their own industrial policy and strategy, from coming into America and robbing us of our seed corn, the technology we need for the future. So this is a courageous day for the president, a visionary day, and it's a promises made, promises kept, which my favorite president likes to do, and this is a big one he made on the campaign trail.
So we've got a $375 billion deficit with China. What's the goal here? Does the president want to get that number lower?
Well, the tariff package, I don't want to steal the thunder of the president today, but the tariff package will be designed to lower that deficit and also compensate us for the tremendous harm that China does by taking our intellectual property. But the investment restrictions are every bit as important. We have literally trillions of dollars of state-financed money coming into America, plucking the best of the best in Silicon Valley, Boston, Austin, in terms of high tech. And these are kinds of things that threaten our future. If we allow China to basically capture the energies, the industries of the future, we won't have a future. So that's what this is about. And it's an historic day. This is a fundamental shift in American policy towards China after literally decades of economic dialogue. And, you know, talk is not cheap with the Chinese. It's actually been very expensive because while we've been talking with them since 2003, they've been robbing our technology blind.
Yeah, but what about the fact that we know that there's going to be something that will be a retaliatory move? I mean, there's this growing concern that any tariffs will stoke China to do something back and create a global trade war. The Wall Street Journal is reporting Beijing is ready to respond with tariffs targeting President Trump's support base, possibly against U.S. farmers. Is there a plan in place to mitigate the retaliatory measures that are coming?
Sure. I mean, there's a couple things to say. First of all, this policy on behalf of the president that's been developed is literally a whole of government approach. We've had hundreds of people working on this for many months, looking at the strategy, the contingencies. But this talk like this, I think, is irresponsible in some sense, because if you look at the chessboard, I think it's clear that all we want is to defend ourselves against economic aggression. And I see this as bullish for corporate America. I mean, look at the typical company that goes over to China. They want to get access to that market, this biggest growing, fastest growing market in the world. They want to get access to that for some short-term profits. But in exchange for that, they have to surrender their long-term growth. They surrender their technology to a Chinese competitor, and within 3 to 5 years, that competitor's basically knocking them out of the market. So just, from a bottom line stock market perspective, long-term profits are going to be a lot better for American companies under this kind of policy. The second thing to say, Maria, look, China is doing a lot better with this trade relationship than we are. It's $370 billion trade surplus in goods that they run with us every year. So I don't see them wanting to jeopardize that. They know what they've been doing and taking from us. And actually, they're probably surprised that finally a president is willing to stand up for the American people and for American companies.